Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play, and he came through there with a big 1st.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a three-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll be 2nd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. Back to the air one more time. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Really well done here about the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Let's give them a yard down to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. One of the tight ends motions right. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And the drive is still up. He's got the 1st down up to the 44.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible, and this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he'll get forward to about the 42. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, a modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give your...
That one, take it in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They send him right out of the slot. Mahomes now on second down. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First down throw. Mahomes laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. They sack him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Trying the right side. Take it in by Collins. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Open man, that's Collins. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
throwing again. It's Mahomes. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And he's going to get this up near the first down marker. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. Third and a yard. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the measure.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays. And instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a short pickup down to the 21.
It's second and
8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Look him up on a second down and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. Got a man running with them, and they connect. That one good for 26 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now a run on first down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's second and 6. Mahomes. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Slot man in motion left. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And he gets that one complete to Collins. A gain there of 10 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Mahomes back. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's now 14-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Taking off.
That's a good effort here by the quarterback. He does the wise thing. He picks up all he can, all while protecting himself. He hightails it out of bounds. Positive gain. 2nd down.
Second and 7. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one will be from 37 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Deron Bland with the tackle. They face second down and 7. Here's Mahomes. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
This kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 17, Chiefs 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Room to run at the 40. Inside the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
He is in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On second down, Mahomes. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This one complete right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Mahomes now on second down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. So that challenge, a successful one. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Chiefs cut the lead to 3. 24-21. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Matt Andrews.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. 2nd reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Back to throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll throw out of the gun. Not sensing anything there. A slide to a stop, and it's right at the line of scrimmage.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just under 2 minutes to play on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And the Chiefs will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
After playing pretty well the first 3 quarters, found themselves nursing a lead. It's a bad time to get the turnover bug here, Mike. I mean, that's twice now in the 4th quarter they've turned the ball over, and instead of being in prime position to close this game out, they're fighting for their lives.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired.